Hello friends, I am Sanyukta and let us learn today another Zentangle original pattern. The pattern is called Wadical. Yes, I had posted a few pictures of the pattern on my Facebook page, how you can play around with the pattern. Let us now learn how do we draw the basic pattern. The basic pattern Wadical is nothing but a series of these zigzag lines. Yes, this is the pattern Wadical. Now it is up to you how you want to arrange this line. Up, down, up, down, up, down. A little pressure while you go up and a little pressure when you come down is possible. That is how you can do it. Right? So this is the basic pattern Wadical. Now whether you want to draw it in a straight line or you want to draw it like this, you can arrange it any way. So up, down, just remember the basic stroke. Up, down, up, down, up, down, right? So no matter what is the space wherein you are drawing the pattern, it will fit into just any space, right? So this is again, I have filled up the space with the pattern Wadical, right? If the space is like this and you want to go like this, right? Or you want to draw it in the form of a flower, even that is possible, right? Or if you want, you can explore and see how it looks like a leaf. Put a stem inside and then both sides we draw Wadical. Up, down, just a little pressure while going up and while coming down adds a little character to it, right? So these are all variations of the pattern Wadical. So the basic pattern Wadicals is nothing but a series of up down strokes connected to each other, right? And what you can also do is you can make them random up and down, just like an echocardiogram, right? Yes, if you really want to play around, this option is also available. So this is the basic pattern Wadical as Zentangle original. Let us now straight away move to a tile and draw a tile using this pattern of ours, right? So this is a tile where I have given a border and an internal border also. So I have created this block space, right? And let us give a Wadical border to my tile, right? So I am going to give a Wadical border like this, drawing zigzag lines, right? And yeah, like this, and like this, right? So you can drop it here. Don't worry about how we are joining the lines. Now let us give one more lining inside and then fill up the space with the pattern Wadical, right? Like this, right? Again I am giving a lining inside and then filling it up with the pattern Wadical. Like this, right? Again the same exercise, up, down, little pressure while going up and coming down, right? Again an inner aura, then up down. The pattern is very simple to draw, just that the space that you want to use it in gives it the character, right? Again, I'm going to draw Wadical this way here, like this, right? Then again up down. So I'm going to be drawing the pattern covering the entire border area, right? So I have completed my Wadical border, right? And now let us draw something inside. So I'm going to start by drawing a few crazy Huggins, right? Huggins moving about in just any direction, not bound by a grid. Huggins of different sizes, some big, some small. Right? So I'm just drawing a few of them. Right? And then I'm going to be drawing a few more of these Wadicals, but this time growing on stems, right? Now I'm going to be drawing some more Wadicals, but this time growing on stems. So again the same exercise, up and down stroke. The middle stroke is a light and top and bottom is a little pressure on the pen, right? So go easy while you're going top, up, and also when you are coming down, and a little pressure on the pen while you are at the top and at the bottom, right? So this is another way you can use your Wadical. These are nothing but zigzag lines, right? So you can see here I am drawing the zigzag lines in a certain fashion here, a little slanting, right? But the same zigzag thing that I am drawing here, right? Drawing behind, again same zigzag thing, putting a little pressure on the pen while I am coming down or going up. So you can see here how the Wadicals are looking when they are going on the stem, right? The same pattern arranged in a different way, right? Yeah. So that's how the Wadicals would look while they are growing on the stem, right? So one or two probably pearls here and there before I go to my Huggins. I have shown you how to draw these, just leaving a small highlight in between and drawing a few pearls here and there, right? A C shape kind of a highlight that I am leaving empty, and coloring the rest. Right, so you can add it here and there just to enhance the look of the tile, right? And then we move on to our Huggins. So I'm going to give a small thin aura inside, right? Adding a thin aura inside my Huggins. Right, and now it is up to you how you want to go about, right, inside the Huggins, whether you want to add something, you want to leave it the way it is. Anyways, it will look nice. So I'm just going to be adding simple floors inside. I don't want Huggins to take away be the highlight of my tile, right? I want Wadical to be the highlight, so I'm just adding some floors, not with diamond but with dots, right? I'm going to do the same exercise for all. Just take your time, go slow, the spaces are small. So just enjoy the process, go slow. Right. So doing this for all my Huggins. Thank you. Let us now shade our tile. I have done the same exercise inside all my Huggins, right? Now shading is, how do you want to go about it is entirely up to you. Let us first separate our border. I am adding some graphite with the pencil on the inside square, right? Then what you can do is add some graphite to the inside of these curves, right, on both the sides. Since we have a line separating them, it's easy to do that, right? So adding some graphite to the inside of the curves. There is no standard way of shading. You can shade any way you want. You can also skip shading inside the curve and just add graphite on the two sides, right, and just smudge it, leaving a small highlight in between like we shade border tangles, right? So it's up to you how you want to go about it. Wadical as a pattern would be shaded the way it has been arranged, right? The shape in which it is placed, that gives you an idea how to go about shading it, right? So I'm now first shading the border, adding some graphite at the ends also, so that my border stands out. So let's now smudge, just taking away the graphite towards the center, but not covering the entire space like we always do, right? I'm just taking away, blending a little, not covering the entire center. Right, now that we have done it, let us blend a little the graphite that we have placed at the bottom. Right, and now this one, just blending it. We still have some white portions here, right, that we can highlight using a white charcoal. Right, now moving on to the center, I'm just adding some graphite on the stem and blending it towards one side. Right, and then in the shorter end of the Huggins, where they seem to be going under each other. Right, so just the intersections of points where they seem to be going over or under, I'm adding a little graphite there. Just a touch on these two at the other end. Right, not much. And then we blend what we have put on the stem, blending on one side, making one side darker than the other, and probably highlight the other side, right? Like this. A little shade below the pearls, wherever it is visible. Light shading indicating their shadow. Not much, just a touch. Right, and then let us add a little highlight. So I'm going to highlight this white portion that I have not shaded. can also add a straight line highlight here, right? Up to you how you want to go about it. Right? Then a little highlight in the center of our Huggins. Right? And some on the other side of our radical shaped petals, right, like this. So you can also blend the graphite to the inside a bit. Like this. Right? So this is the tangle pattern, Wadical. There are so many variations possible. So I'll now initial my tile, sign and date it. So take a moment to appreciate your tile, right? And we'll meet again in another session of Zentangle original pattern, right? Bye.